What if I told you there's a way to make Facebook ads work again? We've all experienced the difficulty in navigating Facebook ads over the last year with all of the iOS updates that made tracking your customers, the thing that made Facebook ads so successful, next to impossible. But what if I told you there was a way around that? Watch to the end of this video because I'm sharing the Facebook hack that could save your ads. What's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Brandy with LYFE Marketing, the digital marketing agency with a mission to help small businesses grow. Super quick, go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of the videos we put out every week to help you grow your business. All right, so if you've been playing around with Facebook ads the last few years, then you've experienced firsthand how the iOS updates impacted ad campaigns. 96% of US users opted out of being tracked with the 14.5 update, which caused a lot of Facebook ad campaigns to tank because Facebook could no longer track and see which users were converting. The magic that made Facebook ads so successful was its ability to know everything about its users. It could look at all the people converting on your Facebook ad and find more people who look like those customers to show your ad to, which would drive even more sales from the ad. But with the update, Facebook could no longer see if someone purchased something on a third-party website after clicking a Facebook ad. If someone had opted out of being tracked across websites, Facebook could no longer see anything about what that user did after they clicked the Facebook ad and left the Facebook platform. As a result, Facebook could no longer utilize machine learning to optimize campaigns as effectively as they used to because it didn't have the data anymore. Where it used to look at all the people who purchased after clicking a Facebook ad to find more people who look like those buyers on Facebook, it couldn't track people anymore who had opted out of being tracked. And it still can't. That hasn't changed. But I have a Facebook hack to help you get around this. And the Facebook hack is UTM links. Now, before you click out because you're like, what the heck is that? That sounds techie and hard. No, it's not. It's super easy and totally free to use. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, but first let me show you how it works. A UTM link is where you add snippets of text into your URL that help you later determine where that traffic came from. So let's look at an example. If we're running 2 Facebook ads that send people to our contact page, and we want to know which ad is performing the best, we used to just look in Facebook Ads Manager to see that. We look and say, okay, ad number 1 got us 10 leads at $5 per lead, whereas ad number 2 only got us 3 leads at $10 per lead. So clearly ad number 1 is the better ad. And in that circumstance, we'd normally turn off ad number 2 so that more of our budget goes to ad number 1. But because Facebook isn't able to track everyone anymore, the reality could be that ad number 2 got you 15 leads at $2 per lead. It's just that Facebook doesn't know that because some of those leads have opted out of being tracked. If ad number 2 is bringing in more leads at a lower cost, that's the ad you'd want to invest in. But if you only go by what Ads Manager says, you may not have all of the data to make that informed decision. Look at this notification directly from Facebook. These results may not include conversions from people who opt out of tracking on iOS 14.5 and later devices. So the bottom line is you cannot rely on Ads Manager to show you the full picture anymore and accurately tell you which ad is performing the best. That's where UTM links come in. In that example, we were sending people to our contact page, www.lifemarketing.com/contact-us. This is the same URL with a UTM link built in for ad 1, and this is the same URL with a UTM built in for ad number 2. Now, keep in mind, both URLs still direct traffic to our contact page. I think that can confuse people sometimes who are new to this. Adding the snippets of code into your URL that I'm about to show you how to do doesn't change where it sends people. It still sends people to our contact page, and you can shorten the link via bit.ly so that people just click on a nice short bit.ly link instead of a long one. Now, here's what makes UTM links important. Later, we can go into Google Analytics and look at the source and medium of where our traffic came from, and we can see exactly which ads are pulling leads because Google Analytics will read the bits of code you put in your URL. So now let me show you how to do it. You'll want to go to a free UTM builder. I personally like to use the Google Analytics one. I'll put the URL for it on screen. It prompts you on what to fill out. Put the destination URL of where you want to send people here, here, then the 3 required forms to fill out are campaign source, campaign medium, and campaign name. What I like about GA's UTM Builder is that it has examples there for you to fill out. Under source, I'm going to put FB for Facebook. Under medium, I'm going to put the name of our ad set, retargeting, and under name, I'm going to put ad 1. What's important here is that you put down whatever names you're going to be able to identify later. The descriptors you write down here will be what appears in Google Analytics. So name them whatever makes sense for you. As you type these things in, it produces the link for you at the bottom available to copy as it is, or you can shorten and then copy. That's the link you'll insert in your Facebook ad as the destination URL. Then once you start getting clicks and leads, you can check Google Analytics to see exactly which ad those leads or sales are coming from, because you'll see your indicators in there. And that's all there is to it. Using UTMs is a simple, free way you can add tracking back into the world of Facebook ads. Now, there is one thing to keep in mind when using UTMs before we wrap up. Using UTMs means you will know which ads are truly performing the best, but Facebook still won't. So running with our previous example, if ad number 1 is the one that looks like it's performing best in Facebook Ads Manager, but in reality, thanks to our UTM links, we know that ad number 2 is actually the better performer, we would probably turn off ad number 1. But as a result, Facebook might have a harder, slower time optimizing and showing ad number 2 to the right people because it doesn't have the data that you're looking at to go off of. Remember what we said at the beginning of this video, that Facebook learns from every conversion it gets and takes that into account to find the next Facebook user to show the ad to. If it's not seeing a conversion, then it's just kind of lost, blindly showing the ad to Facebook users without data to inform its choice. So that's the tricky part about continuing to use Facebook ads post iOS update, especially ads that are not Facebook centric. But in some cases, it's still working. It's working for our retargeting campaigns right now. Now, if you're hearing all of this and feel overwhelmed or like you just don't have the time to figure all of this out, we can handle all of your advertising for you from top to bottom, so check out the link in the description if that's something that you'd be interested in. Otherwise, that's all I have for you today. If you have any questions about using UTM links, please put them in the comments below for me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and I will see you in the next episode.